less by the beach, and it was the sky became kind of cloudy and somewhat dark. And I seen in maybe 100 feet from this brick house that's in front of me, a one-story brick house that was in front of me, I seen a huge tidal wave of water coming over more or less a boardwalk in that area, and I seen lines of palm trees that was on the boardwalk, and in the background of the palm trees was a huge tidal wave of water. And then the next thing in the stream, I see some of the tidal wave or tsunami crash upon the brick house, one-story house that was before me, and I seen things in the ocean, in the tsunami that crashed upon the house. I seen like starfish and other things that lives in the ocean. And then the next thing I recall was that now I was back in the project, and I seen a police officer. He wore dark blue. He wore a dark blue uniform, and he was more or less interacting with a heavy-set black man who wore a white T-shirt. And anyhow, after noticing the cop and the black guy, way in the distance, I seen a humongous tidal wave, a tsunami of water, more or less taller than the tsunami waves I seen that crashed upon the first story brick house that I seen. This tsunami I seen in the foreground, it was like taller than a project complex I saw way in the distance. And the black man that stood beside the police officer was fumbling in his pocket. I sensed that the black guy was looking for his set of keys so he can run back inside his project apartment. And then the last thing that took place in this dream was that I was in a hallway of one of these projects, and I noticed there was a black man in front of me and two black women in front of me, and the individuals that were in front of me were more or less immersed in water. The tidal wave that came into the project complex flooded up the project lobby, and one out of the two black females was shorter than the other black lady, and the shorter black woman held the hand of the tall black woman, while the black man had his back facing me, and the short black lady had her fingers up, and I interpreted that the short black lady was letting the tall black lady know that on the count of 3, 1, 2, 3, let's just open up our mouth and just let the water come into our lungs and drown us. And I kind of picked up that, the two women and the black man knew that their fate was sealed, that there was no way to escape being immersed under an ocean of water. And it was a sad situation. So when I woke up from this dream, I actually woke up coughing as if I drowned in this dream. Anyhow, I had several drawings that I made about this dream. Okay, so let me, I have quite a few. Okay, in this drawing here, like I said, I had gone into a room, I believe, of the daughter of the lady owner, and it was very bright inside this room. And, and then I heard screams, and then I seen the buildings outside all collapse all together. And as you see, it was very nice outside, it was very sunny out. Okay, now the second thing I see, which I've drawn, was that I stood in front of a one-story brick home, I believe, and like I said, I seen rows of palm trees, and over the palm trees was a huge tidal wave of water. In this dream, I sensed I was in maybe the east coast of the United States. This could be Florida, or it could even be somewhere in other parts of, in the East Coast of the United States. Or it could be here, in Coney Island, Brooklyn, New York. Okay, so here's a tidal wave of water. And then I seen some of the tidal wave of water splash upon this first story brick house, and as you see, there's things in the ocean that came with it. And I've gone back into the project, and the reason why since this is like in the East Coast, because the projects here in the East Coast are very tall, and there are many projects here, more or less in New York City. The biggest projects, I think, in the world or in the United States are the Queens Borough projects. Well, anyhow, like I said, I seen the cop interacting with this guy, this black guy, and in the distance was a huge tidal wave of water. As you see, the guy's fumbling in his pockets. I sensed, like I said, he was trying to find his keys to go back into his apartment building. And you see the cop here was caught off guard. What the cop was doing in the projects, your guess is as good as mine. Okay? And lastly, the last thing I seen in this dream were the 3 people immersed in water. And like I said, there was a man and his back was facing me. There's 2 women. This is in the project lobby, ground floor. And the water flooded this ground floor. As you see, the girl right here saying count to 3. And when she counted 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, I sensed, like I said, they open up their mouths and nostril, and let the water come in and drown them. And like I stated, when I woke up from this dream, I was choking as if, I drowned with them. Okay, the next number in this segment is the number 3. This piece is called Section 10, Reflooding Dream, or S10 3FLD. In the month of August 19, 2010, I recorded this dream inside my dream book. Today I dreamt that I was in a store with black people, and the store that I was in was closed, and I noticed the black owner had his store metal shield more or less partially closed in front of the store. I didn't feel comfortable in this closed store or nearly closed store with these strangers, so I insisted the owner of the store to let me out, but the other people that were in the store with me did not want me to leave the store. But nevertheless, I must have, really convinced the owner to let me out of the store. So the owner walked me towards the front, and as I was walking towards the front of the store, I looked down and I seen maybe an inch of water pouring into the store. And then the owner opened up the metal hood of the store, and I exit the store. Then I noticed that the sky was gray out, and there was some water still on the ground. And strangely enough, while I stood there, I held a little car-like object. It was like a toy. Anyhow, this is what this object looked like in my hand. It looked like this. I don't know what I was holding, but this is what it looked like. Okay, so after I took notice what was in my hand, I seen a parking lot, a garage, the houses, that park cars. So I go into the parking lot, and while I was going down into the parking lot, I seen an office, more or less close to the ramp of the parking lot. And I noticed 3 black guys were in there hiding, but they didn't notice me. More or less, I didn't go deep down into the parking lot. More or less, I just stood there.